From the national newsroom of the Canadian Press, I'm Lisa Laporte. Prime Minister Mark Carney and Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelenskyy had a phone call today as world leaders prepare for a Ukraine war summit involving only the U.S. and Russia. Carney's office confirmed the two leaders underscored that decisions on the future of Ukraine must be made by Ukrainians, adding diplomatic engagement must be reinforced by continued pressure on Russia to end its aggression. Air Canada says flights weren't expected to be disturbed today by demonstrations being held by flight attendants at airports in Toronto, Montreal, Vancouver, and Calgary. Members of the Air Canada component of the Canadian Union of Public Employees planned pickets today as part of what the union calls a National Day of Action. A possible strike by flight attendants could start as soon as this weekend. A new Leger poll suggests more than half of Canadians think the size and cost of the federal public service should be reduced in the coming years.
The poll suggests that 55% of respondents want the federal bureaucracy cut, while 4% want it increased. The rest either want it maintained or are unsure. The online poll cited federal records that indicate the government has added almost 99,000 employees since 2016, and personnel costs have increased by more than 70%. It also suggests that half of Canadians say the quality of federal services has worsened since 2016. Brenda Molina Navidad, The Canadian Press.
U.S. President Donald Trump is ordering a crackdown on crime in America's capital.
The president says Washington, D.C. is in need of rescue.
From crime, bloodshed, bedlam, and squalor, and worse.
Even as official D.C. police data shows violent crime is down year to date, President Trump is invoking a never-before-used power in the D.C. Home Rule Act to take temporary control of the city's Metropolitan Police Department. DEA Administrator Terry Cole will oversee the 3,400-member force as its interim federal commissioner. Trump is also sending hundreds of National Guardsmen into the streets of the city. Stephen Portnoy, ABC News, the White House.
And Dallas Smith says it's no coincidence that his upcoming Canadian tour is booked for 51 dates across the country.
Well, this is not for real, afraid to feel. I just hit the floor, don't ask for more. Now wasted mind side.
In a wink to U.S. President Trump's threats of making Canada the 51st state, the BC-born country singer and frontman of rock band Default says he's skipping the U.S. and doubling down on homeland pride with his first ever acoustic tour starting in Fort St. John, BC on October 3rd. This is the Canadian Press. In sports, the Ottawa Senators and National Capital Commission have agreed on the sale of 4.5 hectares of land at Le Breton Flats for a planned arena near the city's downtown. The Toronto Blue Jays have the night off in the major leagues. San Francisco Giants pitcher Justin Verlander has become the 10th pitcher in Major League Baseball history to reach 3,500 career strikeouts. Yesterday's milestone marked a rare bright spot for Verlander this season as he's 1-9 in 20 starts for the Giants with a .453 ERA.
Cool milestone and something that I really appreciate the what it's taken to get there.
Verlander has likened his performance to the 2022 campaign when he went 18-4 with a .175 ERA with the Houston Astros on his way to winning his third Cy Young Award. From the Canadian Press, I'm Lisa Laporte.
Thanks for listening. Don't forget to follow and subscribe. For more of today's top stories, visit thecanadianpressnews.ca.